last month. Weights, must be said, it's so impressive the way that the Nepal side has performed, but they did spend a lot of time in England and Scotland before the series started in Dundee.
Playing it again, close to getting an edge. He's certainly bowling, looks like he's bowling a little bit quicker than he bowled yesterday.
Yeah, and I think you might have just seen Paudel walking down the pitch at him as well. Symbols are getting a good workout over the opposite side. Absolutely love it. A Panche Baja. They're played on auspicious occasions like weddings and festivals and cricket matches.
I think cricket would be top of that list. It's in the air, but it's safe. Off the mark. Adamanyura doing the fielding work.
Yeah, field up in the power play. So this is the opportunity for Paudel to go aerial.
Yeah, those where the fielders are. There's nothing chancy about that. Safely done. It's a good opening over from the Dutch so far.
So the two fielders out in the deep at the moment. Got one down at deep backward point. Deep backward square leg, just backward though. So protecting the square boundaries. Carry on.
That's a really good opening over from Carl Clyde. Very, very tidy. Just the two from the 6 balls. That's a good start for the Dutch. 2 without loss after 1. Well, Ben Fletcher is a hard man to smuggle into a busy pub in Glasgow because he's 6'5". You won't get past the bouncers unless they want you to. Mind you, I'm not sure many would argue with him. In his T20 debut, he is the second bowler and the first to come from the Meldrum Gardens End.
Yeah, about 6'5", Ben Fletcher. There's a big drop. He's got him. Well, we expected him to use his height, use the bounce. Instead, he's gone full and he's drawn the edge. My goodness, on debut, Ben Fletcher gets a wicket first ball. That is the perfect start to your international career.
It's a Dutch dream for Fletcher. Bam, 0, Con Edwards, bowled Fletcher. And his teammates mob him, and rightly so. Absolute delight on his T20 international debut. And what a breakthrough for the Dutch. But feel sorry, of course, for Lokesh Bam, who has that long walk back to the pavilion.
Well, Ben Fletcher, he was presented his cap by his teammate Tejanita Manuru earlier today. As we see Anil Saab coming in for Nepal. It's a really proud moment. Their teammates at VRA back in the Netherlands. Brought into this squad for the first time. I think in some ways Nida Manuru paved the way for him to come into the side, but what a way for him to start.
Well, he then concedes his first runs, but he won't be too worried about that. Just a single, off the mark.
Well, he was going for the same ball, I think, full and wide. Ended up being a full toss. It's really interesting. I wondered if with him being tall, might be seeing him employ the short ball a bit. We know that Nepal batters do sometimes struggle with that short ball. Having the left arm angle as well. It's coming over the wicket.
Comes again, just tickled away by Paudel. Well, how to start your international career? This is page 1.
It's just the way he's rolled his fingers over the ball there at the last moment. He pushed it wide. It is a perfect way to start.
Comes it again. It's just turned around the corner, a little feather there. What I liked about the wicket was the reaction of his teammates. You can tell a lot about team spirit, and you just saw they just mobbed him.
Yeah, wonderful moment. Viewers in the UK may follow the county game, recognise Ben Fletcher.
It wasn't where it was intended. It's well fielded, they will come through for 2. Oh, utter joy as all the Dutch raced in. That's lofted up. Singed as well. Knows not to be the boundary. Good opening to international T20 cricket for Ben Fletcher. Nepal are 9 for 1 after 2. So the Netherlands scored 10 apiece from their opening 2 overs. Without loss, Nepal have opened 9 for 1.
A bit of a slow start, but it's how they finish, the Cardiac kids.
Fine. That's lifted, that's in the air, it should be taken, it is. Michael Levitt just waited for that to come to him. It was a simple chance, and he simply took it.
Well, I think that's a sign of the way that ball just sticks in the pitch a little bit. Just didn't quite time it. Hit him quite high on the bat. Threw that shot a little bit earlier, so maybe bounce just doing for him as well. Michael Levitt, a safe pair of hands. So Anil Sar's stay at the crease is brief, and Klein is in on the wicket action. It's not going Nepal's way at the moment, 9 for 2.
So Paudel, the captain, is called upon. 17 on the jersey, and a captain's inning is now required.
Well, he's used to coming in these situations many times in his career. If we take a look at the catch once more, took it low. nice safe take by Michael Levitt. Rohit Paudel, he's just been in this position many times before. Wonderfully technical player, really pleasing on the eye. Scores rapidly as well.
What do you want?
But they need him now. They need a big one from their skipper.
Klein in. Nicely fielded. Feels good as a captain when your first two frontline bowlers have both taken a wicket.
And we talked about Edwards and how he was going to go. Completely different today to yesterday as far as having pace on first and not spin. I feel like the pitch has hardened up too much since yesterday though.
Line in, let's driven back in. This must cover. The right opportunity was there.
Max O'Dowd, he can't believe it. He throws his head back. And that suggests that it might have been very, very close. Max O'Dowd was absolutely furious.
It looked close. No, it wasn't. Looked close from our angle. It wasn't particularly close in the end.
Well, I think it might have been close with the direct hit, though. It would have been very interesting.
Fine. Smacked away. That's beautifully done. Opens it up. And the boundary is found for the first time in the inning.
That's a glorious stroke from Paudel. As this pair look to really kickstart the Nepal innings. The fans are wanting it. They've got their 4 signs ready to go. And Klein goes for the outswinger, but it just sits up nicely for Patel in the end.
Tell on to 11. Coming through for the single. A wide second.
Yeah, good awareness too to run through for the single on the wide. And this is what I talk about. These Nepalese players are so fast running between the wickets.
Line in again. Oh, he's opened up again. He's caught hold of that one. And that is all the way for 6. Beautiful shot.
Oh, the skipper, he knows what the assignment is. Those fans have swapped the 4s for 6s. And they'll need plenty more of that from their captain, courageous Rohit Paudel. Just picked it up and was in the slot there to be put away. And he obliged, and he's almost knocked over the match referee, Phil Thompson.
Line in again. Safer shot. Just round the corner. It's been a good over. They're going to come back for the second. That was nicely placed. Much better from Nepal. 24 for 2 after 3. Well, one rule of watching cricket is always watch the ball because you never know when it might come close to you. Oh, I held up well, to be fair.
Well, Phil Thompson, that is. Match referee, as the wide is called, from Northern Ireland. And good job that David McLean was there, the third umpire next to him, was able to stop him from falling over.
He had no idea he was sitting in a recliner.
his watch. I've learned that lesson myself, I have to say. So Ben Fletcher started his first over with a wicket, second over with a wide.
That's wide also.
You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to replicate that ball that he took the wickets with his first ball. He's pushing across the batter. There's a small margin of error there. Probably rather see him bowling wide that side in that you can see what the plan is. So a bit wayward at the moment.
Take a little bit more off this, but it's wide again. I'll tell you what, if these Nepalese fans had signs that said wide, they'd be holding them up right now.
I just can't tell you what they add. They are a real gift to the world of cricket, I have to say. No matter where you are in the world, Nepal are playing. It just brings so much atmosphere, and it's a really joyful atmosphere as well.
I think he'll take a little bit more off this one, but he bounces it in, and that's going to go all the way to the boundary.
Well, he overcompensates Fletcher, having gone wide outside the off stump. 3 deliveries he then tries to correct, and it's just an easy proposition. Flick off the hip in the end. Just needs to have a little realignment, and 2 of the senior players in Max O'Dowd and Vikramjit Singh. Singh out there, dancers out there as well.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but if my bowler's just bowled 3 wides, you know almost certainly he's going down the leg side. I'm slightly surprised that it wasn't a short.
Well, Scott Edwards has just run up from behind the stumps and had a word now with his debutant. Just trying to calm things down, discuss the plans. Just maybe had some new gloves brought out.
Yes, started to look expensive, Fletcher. It's 13 runs now. Credited to him.
Well, the plan is there, but it's just pushing it just a little bit too far across, and with that angle, he's not got a huge margin of error. I think we've got a fielder come off. Is that Vandermeer who's come on now as a sub fielder?
Well, off Vandermeer is on. Usually for him wearing his number. That's wide again, and this is becoming a problem. I think, you wait a long time to play at this level, you get that first wicket, the adrenaline is surging, you end the over, you're getting ready to come back on, and you're almost too hyped at the moment. So he's testing our graphics operator. We're used to 3 wides or 4 wides and an over. That's guided away beautifully. That's lovely shots. And Paudel helps himself, moves on to 19. Guided that away.
Yeah, this has just become a bit of a nightmare second over for the debutant. It's almost like golfers talking about getting the yips. You sometimes see that happen with bowlers when they just lose their line. He went wide of off stump again, but it was just too short.
Well, some moments in life you never want to end, and others can't end quickly enough. And this over can't end quickly enough for Fletcher.
Well, it's if he can just get out of it, he'll walk away feeling a lot better. So if he can just get out of this over, still got, incredibly, 4 deliveries to come. So it's going to be some hard work for him to get out of it. I'm sure the fact that he's got that very vocal crowd behind him isn't helping him either.
7th ball of this over. Bounces it in, gets slapped away from mid-wicket.
Oh, it was short again, but he's just adjusted his line. We talked about having the taller bowler in and where he might be able to use the bounce, but if you're going to be short, it's got to be short enough. It's got to be up around that eye line, up around sort of shoulder level, and it's got to have enough pace on it.
3 to come. Gentle little single and no more.
And another one better, just much tighter line. It's enough bounce on it. A little bit fuller. So this has been a bit of a recovery. He's got 2 balls to try and get out of this one now.
He comes this high, but is safe as well. He'll take a bounce or 2 before finding the boundary. The over-hobblist.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Tough one for the bowler when it's all going wrong. As you can see here, he went short. It's just not quite got the pace on it.
Off the over. This will be the 10th ball. I hope it's not a wide because I've run out of fingers. Oh, he digs that in, slapped away. He'll come all the way down. Deep on the leg side. Well, it took a while, but finally he's got through. That's a terrific over from a Nepalese perspective. They have lost 2 wickets at 43 for 2 after 4.
Yeah.
Well, the joy of cricket is you can go from despair to excitement pretty quickly, and certainly the Nepalese fans a little bit worried after the first couple of overs, but 43 after 4, a run rate of greater than 10 as Zach Lancashire gets ready to come on to bowl. Carl Klein has been efficient in his first over, took a wicket in his second, but then got carted around slightly.
Well, I think they're just looking at pace off now.
Lovely square cut. Going after that is Singh. Come through for 2.
Stopped, prevented a couple of runs there too with that stop. It was yesterday. We felt the pace off was the best way to slow the scoring. Desperately needs that now with Paudel and Paudel, I should say, racing away after that expensive over from Ben Fletcher. I do really feel for Fletcher coming on, making a debut. You've got that adrenaline from that first wicket, and then just a really tough over where he lost his radar.
Lancashire, that's set up nicely. There was never any danger that was going to be caught, and that's going to race all the way to the boundary. Ben Fletcher had no chance to take that very deliberate shot. And Kushal Paudel moves on to 31.
Well, he's 6'5", Ben Fletcher, but he would have had to have been, I reckon, 8'5" to have got to that ball. It was well placed in the end. I have to say, too, Ben Fletcher, I like that hat, by the way, whatever that wide-brimmed hat is.
It's in the air. A safe, good ball. Lancashire.
encouragement for Lion Cachet. Oh, that certainly will be.
Stopping attempt.
Yep. Really, 2 balls in a row where there's just a little bit of interest.
That's in the air. So there's a real long run. Just can't get there. It looked reasonably safe from the commentary position. Feel it's just too far away at deep backward square leg.
It was a pretty good effort at Sulfika down there. Deep backward square leg. He had to cover a lot of room. I'm not sure if he completely judged it.
The 50 up in good time. That is in there. Fletcher can't get there. $52-4-2 after 5. It's adventurous stuff in Glasgow.
After 5 overs, the score are 52-2.
Well, that's how it started for the Dutch. They had 20 after 2 overs and then slowed down. And the Nepalese, well, they've lost 2 wickets. And they've started to put the foot down. I've already reached 52. Daniel Doram will get his chance, his 7th T20 game. His best 2 for 13. And there's no great surprise that Fletcher has been replaced. For now.
He wants to not show confidence in a new player on debut, but one left armour replaced with another, but of the slow left arm orthodox variety.
It's starting just to get up a little bit more. Makes it tricky also.
Originally from St Martin.
It's in there, there's a chance. And Max O'Dowd will take it. Good catch, but it's a fairly simple one at mid-on. And Daniel Doram has made an impact.
Well, straight away again with the bowling change, having the immediate impact. And terrific work. Max O'Dowd has been so frustrated fielding in front of us, wanting to get in on the action. He gets his chance on his knees. Did a great job getting underneath it as well. So they really needed that, the Netherlands. Paudel, well, he's had some fun out there.
You're a visionary. When amazing happens, you see it first. You inspire us to chase a higher standard, because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing.
How Scott Edwards sets his field for this pair. But what a start for Doram. Look at with his second ball.
He's pretty tall. Gets the ball down, and the single is taken. Always good to get yourself off the mark.
Yeah, well, that's an example of what I was talking about. That ball's gone straight to mid-off, and they've got the single. And what you might see, they ran Scotland ragged in one match. The Nepalese batters, and then what you saw the Netherlands do, they learned. They actually pushed their ring fielders in closer. So just keep an eye on that, because Scott Edwards knows But those fielders on the ring, if they hit it to them, there's every chance that they'll go for a single.
There's easy singles available through the mid-wicket area. It's just a little bit too straight though. Oh, what an interesting over. 54 for 3 after 6, Nepal. Setting up to be a very intriguing contest. You know, the Dutch innings swung back and forward every time. Looked like they would press the accelerator. And Paul came in with an important wicket. Let's see what Zach Lancashire can do in his second over. Again, just touched fine. Kushal Paudel dismissed in the last over for 34. So just a little dab.
You can see they're well ahead of the run rate required.
Flipped off the legs, it's another single.
I just feel like it's still a real tussle that is going on between these two sides. As now Lancashire gets in on the wide act, but just a little pushback here from Netherlands after running rampant.
Again, just down into the gully area.
Something I have learned very quickly is just never to take anything for granted. In Nepal, they're a brilliantly entertaining side, and you just don't know.
Sweet right in the corner. Smash fine leg. Ben Fletcher, they're going to come for a second. That's close. But again, sprinting through. Paudel quickly onto 50.
Home very safely in the end. Was almost past the stumps, but good work from Edwards. He's always ready.
Oh, you mentioned it in the first innings. If that's a direct hit, he's out there. That's sometimes the margins that you play with. Well, they've scored off every ball. They'll be reasonably happy with that. They're ahead of the run rate. We're through 7 in Glasgow in the second innings. Nepal, 62 for 3.
That is why they understand
Well, there's a good comparison. As you can see, the ball already having 2 overs as good as anything that the Dutch produced. And that was early doors too. Daniel Doram is going to continue from the Meldrum Gardens end here at Titwood in Glasgow, where Pollock Shields. 1848 cricket was first played on this ground. depending on which archive you decide to go through, Clydesdale Cricket Club, who are owners of this ground, are reckoned to be Glasgow's oldest surviving team. It's quickly done through on the reverse sweep. Used to play football here as well, Clydesdale, losing finalists to Queen's Park in the first ever Scottish Cup final. Bit more air in that one.
He's been playing a lot for the Leeward Islands in recent times, Daniel Doram. Runs into the wickets.
Has he got him? He has! Well, you can see the frustration from Eddie, but he just got a nick and has been taken behind the stumps. Caught by the skipper Edwards. He's going for 3.
Well, we saw it from Sandy Blamachani in the first innings, and that part is being played by Daniel Doram here in the second. He has been outstanding since he came on, the big man. And the dangerous Irie departs. He rips.
It's not easy when you're standing up behind the stumps. You've got to react quickly, and he did. Kiran Kumar Singh.
So Kieran, another one of the T20 specialists brought into this squad just for this week's matches.
Oh, that's a horrible mistake. And that's... Well, he left his bat, then he got himself back, and somehow the Dutch didn't complete a run out.